Hairstyling competition in Munich, Germany, May 1st, 1964. Tattooed circus performer, 1948. Battle of Generations, speed chess game at the Hoogovens chess tournament in Beverwijk, the Netherlands, January 1974. The Japanese destroyer Wakatake under attack by American carrier-based aircraft in 1944. The Normandy arrives at Pier 88 North River for the first time, June 3, 1935. A wide-eyed German boy enjoying his Christmas gifts circa World War II. Miss Lovely Legs contestants, 1949. Armored Train Shaggy Mary, Anglo-Boer War, 1902. German soldiers celebrate Sylvester New Year's, 1939. Women producing bullets and cannon shells in an underground munitions factory on the Wirral, Merseyside, England, in 1945. Hans Langseth, a Norwegian-American, who holds the record for longest beard in history. His beard measured 17 ft6 and at the time of his death in Windermere, North Dakota. 1910. 1928. 7 women from the Canadian Olympic team heading off to forge their place in sports history. Mr. and Mrs. Roy Anderson play with their Mastiff Butch, Britain's largest dog, 1958. Pamela Anderson, Vancouver, 1989. Italy and New York 4th of July Parade, 1911. Men's fashion, Oxford bags, Oxford, 1930. Oxford bags were a loose-fitting, baggy form of trousers favored by members of the University of Oxford, especially undergraduates. Actress and model Monica Bellucci posing at Small Fashion House in 1983, way before she was someone in either acting or modeling. Inuit Igloos, Fullerton Harbor, Nunavut Sea, October 1903. Barbra Streisand. Miss Stinget at the Folies Bergère, Paris, 1900. Young woman demonstrates dimple maker machine, 1938. Henry Seagrave poses behind the wheel of a Golden Arrow in Daytona Beach, Florida. Kaiser Wilhelm sat smoking in Celsha, 1913. A weeping South Vietnamese mother and her 3 children are shown on the deck of this amphibious command ship being plucked out of Saigon by United States Marine helicopters in Vietnam, April 29, 1975. An old sergeant back in Norway in the mid-1840s. Vintage cheerleaders. Three women play slot machines in the pool casino at the Sands Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada, May 1965. Blind man selling pencils, 1888, Lower Manhattan. Crowds outside the Paramount Theater in New York City await the premiere of Elvis's first film, Love Me Tender, on November 15, 1956. Well, they said this opera singer sounded just like a little bird. Young Brigitte Bardot. (1931) Boys at the Hugh Middleton School rushing from their classrooms as the school holidays begin. Homeless men sleeping on an abandoned couch, West Village, 1984. Vibration therapy, a treatment for headaches in the 1890s. It wasn't a 1960s wedding unless there was a family brawl, 1968. A rally and burning of the burqa in a square in Andijan, Uzbek SSR, March 8, 1927. Joe Biden and his wife Jill Biden in their home in 1977. Young Angelina Jolie. Selling cool drinks in Syrian Quarter, C-1910. The 1983 blizzard, which swept through New York City from February 10th to 12th, dumped so much snow that cars were stranded on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway. Pilot UFT's Gerhard Rehmann of JG-54 inspects the damage to his Bf-109F4 after an encounter with Soviet anti-aircraft fire on May 8, 1942. Pete Moore, 1932 to 1984, was a well-known sideshow performer and entertainer who was born with osteogenesis imperfecta, a condition that caused his bones to be incredibly fragile. Cabaret artist Blanche Vaudin in costume, 1898. Jewish Berber woman Morocco, this photo taken around the 1930s. Rwandan refugee camp with mother and child. 2.1 million fled the country. This camp had around 600,000 at the time. Tanzania, 1994. Little League game in Lewis County during the eruption of Mount St. Helens. British Mark IV tank factory, England, c. 1917. Students dissect blue shark to learn more about it, 1962. The German giant Kurt Zehe in the Wehrmacht in Poland during World War II. Demonstrators at the Storm the NIH event. A band of activists mounted a government van outside Building 31C and shouted slogans from its roof. 1990. Kiss with Brooke Shields, 1978. John Lennon dancing with George Harrison's mom after the movie premiere A Hard Day Night. Hotel Dorchester, 1964. Jane Mansfield at Home taken by Lou Jacobs Jr. in 1956. Faye Dunaway photographed in 1977 by Terry O'Neill, the morning after her Best Actress Oscar win for the film Network. A man is pictured driving a distinctive homemade vehicle known as the Goat Mobile. Siamese twins, Rosa and Josefa Blazek, 1878-1922. Bonnie and Clyde's arsenal. Weapons recovered from Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker's car after their ambush and fatal shootout with law enforcement officers in Louisiana on May 23, 1934. Blindfolded boxing match during a Tag der Wehrmacht in Germany, circa World War II. Young Elijah Wood. Workers pull discarded bicycles from the canals during the city's annual canal cleaning. Amsterdam, Netherlands, 1963. German soldiers having fun making a Schneepanzer in Ravensburg, Germany during World War II. Ernesto Peruggi, a prominent designer of dolls, sculpted from young Mildred Marcia Pinkenfeld, who, at 16 weeks, was known as America's perfect baby. 1927. Baby Adolf Hitler, 1889. University Children's Hospital, Vienna, a row of girl patients outdoors being measured for height. Photograph, 1921. Londoners watched television for the first time at Waterloo Station in 1936. Use New and milk delivery cart on Lower Clapton Road, East London, 1918. Albert Ring and John A. Ring showing off their corn, 1911. Man with dog on bicycle, 1920s. Muscovites observed the Great Solar Eclipse, June 19, 1936. Couple smiles over a grassy hill in Korea, circa 1955. A gentleman displaying the work of tattooist Herbert Hoffman in 1965. Hoffman worked in Hamburg's St. Pauli district, documenting his extremely detailed work over the years. March on Washington, scene behind MLK's address, August 28, 1963. David Duchovny playing basketball in high school, 1970s. President Theodore Roosevelt proudly standing over a dead bull elephant he has just shot. Battle of Jutland, 1916. HMS Indefatigable sinking after being struck by shells from the German battlecruiser Von der Tann, the resulting explosion destroying her. Actress Anne Francis, 1956. Halloween visitors to the Oval Office. A laughing President Kennedy with his children, Caroline and John F. Kennedy, Jr. in the Oval Office of the White House. 31st October 1963. Spectators during Apollo 11 launch, 1969. Paris, for Vogue United Kingdom, wedding dress, on a bus, 1961. Photographer Frank Horvat. John Battersby with wife. He was a British sideshow performer, blacksmith, and carpenter who began losing an extreme amount of weight during his teenage years. captured Allied small arms by the Wehrmacht on the beach at Dunkirk, 1940. Sandal Bergman promo photo for Conan the Barbarian, 1982. A family takes a photo with a rabbit at Disneyland, 1958. A company of 15 posing with a Pierce arrow in front of Wawana tree, the famous tunneled sequoia in Yosemite National Park, 1940. President Roosevelt and his distinguished party before the grizzly giant, big trees of California. The photo was taken in Mariposa Grove in Yosemite on May 15, 1903. Marilyn Monroe with dog during the filming of The Misfits. The Queen Elizabeth liner in New York Harbor, United States, 1958. Duncan Richardson, 3-year-old swimming prodigy, Los Angeles, 1946. Miss Alice Riley, president of the Anti-Flirt Club, Washington, D.C., c. 1923. The Battle of Orgreave, 1948. A policeman punches a protester. Jewish Berber woman, Morocco, circa mid-1930s. Young Snow Sculptors, 1985. Marlene Leeson of Huntsville, Miss Dominion of Canada, 1962, waits at Malton Airport for a plane which took her to London for the Miss World contest. Girls Playing in the Street, 1978. In 1972, Linda Carter traveled to London as Miss World USA. It was during these London pageants that television producers first noticed her charismatic demeanor. Carts haul snow and ice, cleared from city streets, to the river for dumping in the East River, possibly during the blizzard of 1888. During a news conference held after the two monkeys survived their flight on June 1, 1959, journalists meet Baker on the left and Abel on the right. Beggars, Bayhigh Park, 1919. Unloading sugar beets from railroad cars, Loveland, Colorado, c. 1910. Andy, the goose born with no feet. His owner outfitted him with Nike sneakers to help him stand and move, helping him to become a role model for disabled children. C. 9991. Bathing Beauty Contest, Los Angeles, 1935. A car is left smoldering after violent altercations between security forces and demonstrators at Rue Gay-Lussac during the night of May 11th, 1968. Mary Louise Steepen, 21, used to be a waitress. She has a brother in the Air Corps. She is working on transport parts in the hand mill. Consolidated Aircraft Corporation, Fort Worth, Texas, 1942. Tsarevich Alexei Nikolaevich of Russia, during a mud bath treatment, probably a naturopathic attempt to treat his hemophilia, at Levadia, Crimea, autumn 1913. Napalm victim number 1, Saigon, South Vietnam, April 29th. Acrobat Frank Paulo jumps upside down on a trampoline on the roof of the GPO building in London as he rehearses for the... In the background are the Central Criminal Court, the Old Bailey, and St. Paul's Cathedral, 1961. Dick Hellsberg left, hands a bottle of pop to a drive-in customer, and notes the growing popularity of his soda stand, which does a huge business in the sweltering 102-degree temperature around Kansas City. Crowd watches, circa 1930, a huge crowd in Mare Street, Hackney, London, watches firemen putting out a blaze at the premises of Messrs. Polikoff Ltd. Scene from Ma and Pa, also known as Oh Daddy, 1922, featuring Billy Bevan, Cupie Morgan. Child driving dog propelled carriage, 1896. Mannequins litter the pavement outside the John Lewis department store on London's Oxford Street after an air raid in September 1940. Bobby, the famous educated steer, 1930s. Bobcat Twister, primarily known as Bobby, performed at rodeos, fairs, and in films during the 1930s. Cindy Crawford for Vogue United States, June 1991. "14-year-old Gregory Peck hanging at the beach with his dad in 1930. "1940s photo of a woman working in a World War II factory. This is Miss Elsie Richards of Bulladella, who assisted her parents in the running of a store. Now she machines the copper driving band of 25-pounder shells." Schwerer Gustav Schell, 1945. "1950s, the streets of London carried the familiar excitement of Guy Fawkes Night. Children crafted effigies of Guy Fawkes, proudly displaying their creations on corners and outside shops while calling out "Penny for the Guy." A bound Chinese laborer in Bengkalis, Dutch East Indies, now Indonesia, c. 1921. Members of the German Luftwaffe showing off cycling acrobatic skills circa World War II. Vintage forced perspective photo. Anti-atomic bomb demonstration in Halle, Germany. Was in support of the World Conference against atomic and hydrogen bombs held in Hiroshima, Japan, August 1955. Family living in a single room, Manchester, Moss Side, 1969. When the circus visited a children's hospital circa 1930, clown Charlie Smith didn't exactly make anyone feel better. Recently released Jewish prisoner attacks a German guard, 1945. Makarati, Maggie, Papakura. Her father was English and her mother was Maori. Raised in Maori culture, she always considered herself Maori. Children on a Swing, Munich, 1963, photographed by John Nahr.